We often think of modern hybrid vegetables as the pinnacle of agricultural progress, fast-growing, uniform and high-yielding. But in my recent experiment with a forgotten root vegetable, I discovered that not all modern varieties outperform their ancient counterparts. Some lost roots have a remarkable ability to not only thrive in poor soil, but also actively improve it while outgrowing hybrids. For gardeners looking to rejuvenate tired beds, increase resilience and grow robust crops, this is a game-changer. My containers and raised beds filled with this old root produced bigger, healthier plants than the best-selling hybrid varieties I've tried for years. Ancient root vegetables were designed to improve soil naturally. Unlike most modern hybrids bred primarily for rapid harvest and shelf life, many historical root vegetables evolved in tandem with the soil. Their extensive root systems broke up compacted layers, increased aeration, and deposited organic matter through decaying root tissue. This created living soil that could sustain crops season after season. In my tests, the lost root I used generated a dense, fibrous network beneath the surface, creating channels that improved water retention and microbial activity. Over time, the soil became darker, looser, and more fertile, even before harvesting the crop. Gardeners can replicate this by selecting older, open-pollinated root varieties, planting them in beds that have been neglected, and allowing the roots to mature fully. Unlike hybrids, which often prioritize appearance and speed, these ancient roots are a hidden ally in soil regeneration. To get the most from this vegetable, start by lightly loosening the soil and incorporating a layer of compost or aged organic matter. Unlike hybrids that demand high-nutrient, carefully balanced soil, this lost root thrives in moderate fertility, making it perfect for rehabilitating degraded ground. I filled my containers and raised beds with a mix of native soil, a handful of compost, and a light dusting of wood ash. Once planted, the roots spread rapidly, actively feeding the soil as they grew. For backyard gardeners, the lesson is simple. Don't over-fertilize. Provide structure and basic nutrients, then let the root's natural biology do the heavy lifting. In just a few weeks, the soil began to feel noticeably looser and microbial activity increased, which is a sure sign that the ecosystem was bouncing back. One of the most surprising results of my experiment was, honestly, the growth rate. Even in containers with limited soil, this ancient root consistently outperformed hybrid varieties. It tolerated low fertility, occasional dryness, and variable temperatures, producing long, straight roots with dense flesh and, minimal stress. For practical application, you'll want to plant seeds or root cuttings with just a bit more spacing than you might use for hybrids. The thing is, these expansive root systems really need the extra room to spread out and maximize both soil aeration and nutrient deposition. And in raised beds, this wider spacing also helps reduce competition, allowing each plant to feed and, improve the soil more effectively. Unlike crops that leave the soil depleted, this lost root actually contributes organic matter even after harvesting. The fibrous roots that remain, along with any leftover leaf material, break down over several weeks, enriching the soil with carbon and micronutrients. I noticed that subsequent plantings in the same beds really thrived, needing less fertilizer than before. This makes it especially valuable for container gardeners or urban plots where soil volume is limited and, maintaining fertility can be quite a challenge. To apply this, consider leaving small root fragments in the soil after harvesting and, top dressing with shredded leaves or compost. The combination of organic decay and residual roots continues to feed soil microbes, creating a self-sustaining environment for your next crops. Historical texts and traditional farming practices frequently reference these resilient root vegetables, not just for food, but for their ability to, heal the land. By integrating them into modern container or raised bed systems, gardeners can achieve productivity and soil regeneration simultaneously. They offer a blueprint for sustainable gardening plants that feed themselves, the soil, and future crops without synthetic inputs. For gardeners who want high yields and soil improvement, this lost root is, a rare opportunity. It reconnects us to centuries of agricultural knowledge while offering practical benefits in modern urban and backyard settings. Start with open-pollinated or heirloom seed varieties sourced from reputable seed banks or, local heritage growers. Prepare your containers or raised beds with some basic organic amendments, plant generously, and just monitor growth without over-fertilizing. Allow the plants to mature fully, and honestly, don't be afraid to leave root fragments in the soil after harvest. Over time, you'll notice soil structure improving, microbial activity increasing, and, future crops growing faster and stronger. If you want to reclaim the lost power of these ancient root vegetables, restore your soil naturally and grow crops that outperform modern hybrids, this is your chance. So, subscribe to Hydra Haven, share this video with fellow gardeners, and start harnessing centuries-old wisdom to transform your garden today.